Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the very first episode of Boston by Night, a Vampire the Masquerade V5 live play. Joining with me tonight is my wonderful cast of kindred here to explore these streets.
Dark greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Velvet Divine. I use Fair, and I'll be playing Dr. Alicia Garcia Marquez, who uses she, her, a Malkavian psychiatrist.
Hello, everyone. I am Lee Berger, he, him. I will be playing Skylar Evans, the Thin Blood, also he, him. And that's me.
Fantastic. This is great. Hi, I'm Megan Murphy. She, her, and I will be playing Esther Bell, a Toreador who likes to collect pretty things. Also she, her.
I am Carl Jordan. I'm going to be playing Dr. Jackson Easter, he, him, a medical examiner of Clan Tremere.
Hi, I'm Nat Fox, they, them, and I will be playing Nora Vandermeer, a Ventru, she, her.
And my name's Michelle Light, she, her, and I am your storyteller for this evening. Meanwhile, in other Onyx Path news, They Came From Beyond the Grave has raised a total of over $41,000 on Kickstarter and is still going on for 11 more days. So please, if you haven't had a chance to go check them out on Kickstarter, please go right ahead and see what type of rewards, goals, and merits are available to you. In the city of Boston, 5 unlikely kindred to meet have found themselves all under the same conspiracy, framed for a crime that they did not commit. They've all been given an offer from a mysterious figure that in exchange for doing a various amount of odd jobs, that they will earn their clearing of their names. So, let's see how this goes. Our resident doctor, Dr. Easter. On your way to your medical practice, your fax machine goes off. It's a single piece of paper with the words Hancock Tower and Magadon, signed with the letter M.
Okay, so I see that when I get to the office.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and finish what I was here to do, which is feed like a dirty bagger. And does that name Magadon Office mean anything to me?
You, as a practitioner of the medical arts, know that Magadon is actually a pharmaceutical company that has an office in Boston.
Okay. Is there anything to signify that this might be related to the person I recently gave a fax number to?
The letter M.
Okay. Then the next thing I would do is probably call Miss Nora Vandermeer.
Hello. What's going on?
Hi, it's Jackson. It's Dr. Easter from yesterday.
Oh, yes. No, I have you stored in my phone. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. I'm just, making sure you recall. It was a lot happened.
Yeah.
I received that fax we were waiting on, and it's not what I expected. It appears that our mysterious caller wants us to go to high-rise corporate building. I can send you a picture of it hang on.
Yeah, please.
I'm going to take a picture of the fax and text it to her.
Oh, I'm familiar with them. Okay. All right. Well, are we going to inform other people of this? Do I need to make some calls?
Well, the way I understand it, we're all in this together. So
Yeah. I mean, unless you want to reach out, I'm happy to start sending the secure texts or phone calls as needed.
I can contact Dr. Alicia Garcia Marquez. Do you know how to contact, what was her name, Master?
Oh, yes, the collector? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
All right.
In fact, I think she might have been texting me last night. There's just pictures of dolls that I'm receiving now. It's a very interesting hobby, but I not particularly into it.
Oh.
Do you know
right.
how to reach
Okay.
the
That explains why my spam folder is full today.
yeah.
All right.
What about the
Yeah, the other one.
don't want to describe him in unwelcome terms. But
I got his number.
you do? Okay. Make
yeah.
sure to use a burner if you're contacting him.
Right.
Just going to lay that out there.
All right. Okay. And should we, since everyone knows where your place is, can we all just meet there?
You do have my address, of course. Yes, just tell the doorman, the information I gave you, the passcode, basically. And yeah, make your way up. Should be safe.
Okay. And I'm hanging up.
So, do you decide you are going to go ahead and feed from your office?
Yes.
Being a medical practitioner, it is easy for you to obtain the sustenance you need in Kool-Aid shaped packages.
Well, there's still quite a lot of paperwork. It is tracked, but yes, I have made a habit of doing it this way.
Yes. So you are keeping track of your intakes and where you end up importing your supplies from. It's relatively easy and simple for you to get the hunger you need. Your hunger will go down to 1 if you were hungrier than 1 at the start of the night. And you are free to go and visit Nora should you choose.
Going by way of the other doctor's office.
Okay then. Which one?
Dr. Garcia Marquez.
Very well then. Dr. Garcia, how are you spending your evening?
Well, I got a bit peckish, so I think I went out to feed.
So, you are a particular type of kindred in your particular needs. It is much more difficult for you to consume the blood of a human than it would be your particular brand.
I have quite the refined palate.
So what I'm going to need for you to roll for me is what is called a willpower. It's actually, you are going to be taking 1 point. You're going to be spending 1 willpower in order to feed. So if you want to mark that off, willpower is what is used to sort of fuel your being almost. You use it to re-roll, but you can also spend it in specific cases, such as this one. So I'm going to mark off 1 point of spent willpower.
Sounds good.
Which will leave you with 4 for the rest of the evening. But your hunger is now back down to 1. So once you get back from feeding on the adjacent mortals in your area, what exactly type of vehicle does Dr. Jackson drive?
It's a very basic, run-of-the-mill, nondescript sedan. Sort of a like Honda Accord, silver. Very doesn't stand out in a crowd.
So the silver Honda Accord of Dr. Jackson rolls up to your office.
Just walking right up to the door.
Mhm.
And if it's unlocked, I'm walking in.
Is it unlocked?
It is unlocked.
Walking
I
in.
take walk-ins all the time.
Cool.
What does Dr. Jackson see?
So Dr. Alicia's office is a pretty big studio type situation. It's got, black and white checkerboard tile floors, a mirrored ceiling, and the walls are adorned with her own art, which is a very MC Escher-esque mess of perceptions and jagged edges.
Wow, it doesn't seem like the relaxed setting I would expect to see at a psychiatrist's office. Sounds kind of jarring. All right. Adding that to the mental list of things I know about this person, and looking for an office, looking for people.
Would there be anyone in your office at this time, Dr. Alicia?
What time of the evening would it be?
It would be early evening. I'd say about an hour after sunset.
Maybe there's one or two people around. I make most of my appointments in the evenings.
So there are like people in a waiting room kind of thing. I'm just
Yeah.
sort of wandering around trying to find the doctor's office. And if I see people, I'll stop and ask them.
Do you happen to hire any sort of staff, any sort of receptionist at your practice?
No, it's just me.
Okay then. So one of your patients will point down the hallway to where they regularly see you.
Walking down there, knocking on the door.
Okay then. Dr. Alicia, do you answer?
Come in.
Hi, from last night. Do you recall?
Oh yeah, the magician. I'm doctor.
Doctor. We received the message we were waiting on. Are you busy? You seem to have people.
Oh, people come and go. I leave my card everywhere. They'll find their way back eventually.
All right. Do you remember Miss Vandermeer? Her condo.
Right, the blue blood.
Can you meet us there?
I will head over post haste.
Thank you. Excellent. See you there. Maybe not after you take the time to talk to all of those people. Both of those people.
Don't worry, doctor. I'm never late. I usually am.
Right. That's right. It's a very important date.
It is. Is it?
It might be. I'm going to turn around and walk out.
Okay then. Meanwhile, Nora, you said you were going to get in touch with Aster.
Yes, so I immediately go to my phone. I mean, there's notifications. Yeah. Definitely took advantage of that iMessage situation, I'm sure, right? I don't know what kind of a phone Aster has, but I have been receiving updates on where the doll was placed. And to know more about the collection that she was so nicely introduced me to last night. Lots of information about 70s and 60s manufacturing and all sorts of things. So I just, type in, or actually I will call. I'll go straight to it. Just, Hello, dear.
Oh, Nora, good. Okay, so I thought maybe your phone died because I didn't hear a response from last time. Because I thought, okay, so I'm down to 5 or 6 different places to put the doll, but I mean, I bet you have a discerning eye, and I was just thinking that perhaps that you could, help out. But I guess maybe you fell asleep or something. That's okay. That happens sometimes.
Yeah, I really needed a nap after that full meal I had yesterday, so I apologize for it. I will, she's talking on speakerphone, so she's like, yeah, I would say make sure that the yellow and the red aren't next to each other, that's clashing. I would move the larger ones. Maybe you could put them in a row where they're smaller to larger. I think that kind of makes a more unique setting. And you can see in the background of like everything, it's like her her house is distastefully modern, horrible, and she has absolutely no clue what she's talking about. So, but
Good.
whether or not
Oh,
Aster knows that.
no, asked her to be like, oh, that makes perfect sense. Okay, yes, I see. You are a lady of taste. Excellent.
So we have a, a contact has occurred, and we would like your presence here at my nice place here that seems pretty secure for my tastes. Would you be willing to come up?
Oh, sure. I have a gift for you anyway.
Oh, I'm
A
very
thank you. A
oh,
thank you
thank
for
you.
all the aesthetic help. I like seeing other viewpoints. I mean, they're often wrong, but
Yeah, I will be happy to find a place for it here somehow. So, and I give you the details and information.
yeah, she's like, oh, excellent. Because I mean, I was there, but I also totally forgot how to get there. So this is good. Okay, so goodbye.
Yeah, sending you the address now. See
Ah,
you soon.
okay.
Toodles.
And she'll go, aha, boop.
Okay then. Aster, how is it that you intend to get to Nora's house today?
After she hangs up, she's like, oh yeah. And she probably could have given me a ride. She's got cars and stuff. And she'll call a taxi.
Okay then. So, meanwhile, who is going to go pick up our Duskborn friend? Who's going to go get in contact with him? Okay then. So, Dr. Jackson, how do you intend to get in contact with Sky?
As soon as I get back to the car, I'm going to try calling the number that he gave me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello? Oh,
Yeah.
Hi. Yes. Hi.
What do you want? How much?
I need to pick you up.
Who is this?
Dr. Easter from yesterday.
Oh, right. Okay. Already? Damn. I was hoping for a break.
Well, not all vampires are moving at the century pace.
Yeah, you're right. All right. Where can I meet you?
I have a car. I can come to. I don't even know what part of town you're in. I'm going to pick you up. Do you have a car? Do you want to just meet us there?
I'll probably meet you there. I got a truck.
Oh, right. Okay. We're going to meet back up at Miss Vandermeer's. Do you remember the condo yesterday that you noped out of?
Yes, I do remember the windowed penthouse that is dangerous for everyone. Yes.
Right. Yes, that one. Okay. Good. We'll see you there.
Okay.
It's a important thing. So like this is right away, right?
Sure.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Glad you understand. Hang up.
So, Sky, is there anything you want to do before making your way over?
I'll make sure the guys watching the premise know that I'm heading out.
Yeah, they give you a nod, sort of just a simple acknowledgement that you're departing, and they will let you know if anything strange starts to occur near your haven.
I'll also warn them about a guy named Toad and give a general description. And if he shows up again, to keep him busy for a while if needed.
Okay, then. I will make a note of that.
And I'll hop in my old beat up pickup truck and drive my way over there.
Okay, then. So it seems all of our pieces are moving towards Miss Vandermeer's humble estate. Does anyone have any last minute things they wish to do before arriving? Does Miss Nora have anything she wishes to do before her guests arrive?
Nora is going to look at, probably just turn on some smooth listening and,
Mhm.
lay out make it look like it's occupied. I don't know. She was wearing a face mask earlier, even though she doesn't need it anymore, but it's so nice just to have the little things. But yeah, she'll call down to the doorman and say, I'm having multiple guests. Please make sure that they come through smoothly. And
Mhm.
she'll just make it very welcome and comfortable for them, as much as that really is true.
Okay, then. And so, with each of these preparations in place, each of you starts to arrive one at a time. Let's start with Aster.
Okay, she'll get out of the taxi and just kind of approach the door. And she'll just kind of knock.
A doorman opens the door and is simply just like, "Can I help you?"
Oh no, I got the address wrong. Oh crap. Nora's gonna be upset. I'm gonna be late.
Are
I
you
guess
here to see Miss Vandermeer?
yes. Yes, I'm 90% sure.
You're gonna want to take that set of elevators right over there. You want to take it up to the penthouse floor. Nora's expecting you.
Okay. Tell me 2 more times what you said. And she'll listen if he repeats it.
Gives you a confused expression and does repeat it twice.
Excellent. And with it fresh in her head, Aster follows the directions. And then she'll, I guess, approach and make, hey, knock, knock.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy to find your way back. It's the only place up there. And yeah, Nora opens the door. Oh, good. You're here. Come in.
Aster will come in and she's like, I didn't want to say this before when other people were here, but your place makes me very sad. But I mean, that's not your fault. Here, I got you a gift and that'll help. And she
Oh.
has like a little box.
Yeah, and Nora receives it just, very cordially. Excellent, thank you. And come in, and then, takes him in there and doesn't open it. Sorry.
No, that's okay. No, Aster's gonna keep like looking at it with her eyes and then looking at like the blank walls and looking at it with her eyes, unable to focus.
Okay. Opens it up, and what is it? What is this?
It is. Yeah. Oh, see, it's you. And she'll help you like take it out. It's a porcelain figurine, the most 80s one you've ever seen of a businesswoman with big shoulder pads and like a combination of like maybe like Melanie Griffith and Sigourney Weaver from Working Girl.
Oh,
And on the bottom it says, "You go, girl."
Delightful.
She's like, "It's you though. It's you. You need more you here.
Yes.
People need more of themselves where they are."
That's true. Where should I put it?
Prominently.
And she just sets it on the counter.
And you can see that she actually like visibly relaxes a little, like.
Okay. All right. I'm so glad that you joined us. We didn't get much time to talk yesterday, and I just a quick question for you, just in terms of business relations, because we're starting a little bit of a camaraderie here, are we not? Are you associated with your clan in any way that you have contacts or are, known or?
And you can see as I kind of like starts to look down. I'm like maybe not the most popular rose in the garden. I don't think they understand me very. They don't understand my eye, but Yeah, you probably shouldn't drop my name.
Say no more. I am just glad to hear that we don't have to deal with that. So thank you. Yeah, she's actually quite pleased about that information.
Esther probably doesn't totally pick that up, so she's still very like, I'm disappointing. I know it. I know I'm disappointing. Is other people coming, or should we just like stare at each other quietly for a while? I can do that, but people don't like it when I do that.
Feel free to do it as much as you want here. Of course, we'll have other guests, and make yourself comfortable. I mean, there's the TV if you want to watch the news. It's probably already on mute. It's definitely on like CNN. So you haven't had any experiences recently where you were in any kind of trouble with anyone, right?
No. I mean, are you including yesterday with the doll I saved?
I mean, yesterday kind of was a unique event for all of us, so I'm counting it as maybe an anomaly. I'm just asking, you keep to yourself, low profile, don't get caught, that kind of situation, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind the attention, but I just don't get attention, so.
That is, in my business, the best thing that you can possibly do, so I'm very proud of you for that.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, sad.
I'll help you decorate. Don't worry. More people will come around. You just need like, maybe a little more color, but I can take care of that for you. Don't worry. You know what? Don't even say a word about it. Cause I know like, you're very proud and you wouldn't want to be like seen as asking for help. No, I'll help. I'll bring something over every time I come over. This place is going to be transformed.
I'm looking forward to it.
She's very happy. You can see her making like
Nora's definitely going to her very nicely stocked bar, even though of course it's not that, it's just the we want to keep the standards and the ephemera of high class living here. So she'll make martinis for everybody.
Oh, she's like, fancy, pretty drink.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, a Honda Civic rolls up to the property.
Not that you can see it from way up there.
No, you can't. I mean, can you?
No. Okay.
So,
yeah, making my way up to the condo, just sort of giving a nod to the doorman.
he stops you and it's like, who are you here to see?
Miss Vandermeer, same as yesterday.
Okay, you can head on up. She's expecting company today.
Thanks. Good job. Going on up.
Okay then. So Nora, eventually you hear the elevator stopping at your floor.
Yeah, I will leave Aster to. I basically, Aster, please make some cocktails of your own accord. I'm sure you've got plenty of awesome recipes to give. And then I go out and I close the door and I confront Dr. Easter in the hallway. Oh, good, you're here. Okay. Everybody else is coming, I'm assuming?
Yeah, yes. The other two are on their way. You seem flustered.
Flustered is not the word I would use. It's more of the.
Go ahead.
I do have the tiny one inside, the cute one. I'm going to be doing some research. I personally am familiar with this building and the pharmaceutical company that's aligned with it, right? Or did you give me that information?
Yes, it's a pharmaceutical.
So if you could just keep her occupied, I'm going to be doing some digging there during this time. I'm going to go into my home office, just could you watch the door for me and make sure everybody gets in, okay?
So it's just Aster. You're not like
no one else.
Been threatened or anything.
I mean, you would know. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But threatened is probably an appropriate word in this situation. Overwhelmed, maybe. So.
Okay. All right. Yes. Research is good. Go ahead. I'll take care of this. Thank you.
Yeah. And so she sets that precedent and goes to her office.
Okay, then. So, Dr. Jackson, when you enter, you see Aster doing what Aster does best over at the mixing station.
Oh, hey, I made a drink for everyone, but I made it their color. I mean, we can't drink it anyway, so I just made the brightest ones. Hi, you're blue. And she hands Dr. Jackson this uh some sort of martini, and she found paper umbrellas. Turns out they were like hidden in the back that came with a bar pack. Here, don't drink it.
Blowing the dust off the umbrella.
Oh, you're right. That was there. That's better. I don't want you to have an ugly drink. That's the entire opposite of what I'm trying to do. Here, you.
Thank you, Aster. That's wonderful. That's very surprising.
That's right. Oh, thank you. Nora put me in charge of drinks, and I took it very seriously.
I'm glad to see that you take things seriously sometimes.
Thank you. I didn't hear the end of that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for my lovely drink that I will look at fondly.
You understand?
Excellent. Yes. So is there like a TV or anything around here for white noise, or do we just stare at each other?
Oh, there's like the news is over. I tried to find something else, but it's just like news.
Right. All right. Well, it's not my place.
I was turning the channels all the time. I don't think she minds.
That sounds like you. Yes.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to go back and make more drinks. I think more people are coming, right?
Yes, definitely.
Fantastic. It's not ominous at all. This will be fun time.
Speaking of fun times, Dr. Alicia, you have found your way over to Miss Vandermeer's estate after taking care of your last two patients, one of them having to deal with feelings of anxiety towards their husband who likes to dress up as a poodle on the weekends, and the other one who happens to have an acute case of female pattern baldness. Both very, very serious issues that you've managed to help alleviate some of their worries on. And you have made your way over to Miss Vandermeer's place at approximately the same time that a pickup truck has also made its way over.
You didn't get a ride from the doctor?
I didn't want a ride from the doctor. How are you?
I'm dead. How about you? Halfway there?
More than. You're as bright of a sunshine to talk to today as you were yesterday. Let's just get in there, huh?
I'll approach the doorman.
Who are you here to see?
Take us to the precipice, gatekeeper.
Yo, we want in.
Who are you here to see?
Nora Vandermeer. Yeah.
She doing another Make-A-Wish cause here?
I'm going to make you wish you didn't say that to me.
Nora's very charitable.
Are you done?
So you're heading up to see her?
No, I'm having such a great conversation right now. This is just the highlight of my day.
I get paid by the hour.
Please. Let's stop enjoying each other's time.
She's over at the penthouse floor, as always. Didn't know she kept such interesting friends.
I'm gonna look over to Dr. Garcia Martinez and I think he's talking about you. You should step up. Don't let him talk to you like that.
Oh, he's talking to you.
All right, let's go.
So do you head on up?
Yeah.
Okay then. So once again, the sound of the elevator reaching the penthouse floor of the building as the elevator door opens and you're led to the door to the suite.
I'll open up the
I'll
door
let us. Yep,
after you.
thank you.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I've made drinks. Okay, this is good. Okay. And Esther will go to the other doctor, and there's a weird kind of like round wiggly glass, and she says, here, chartreuse for you. Do not drink this. And then she'll go over to Skylar and be like, okay, you were tough. But
Sure.
this is just clear.
Is it
It's just
water?
water. Yeah. But it works. It works for you. It works. Like it's part of your thing.
He's just gonna set it down and walk over to the couch.
Oh, he loved it. Speechless.
So, I believe Miss Vandermeer is doing something in her office.
Yeah. And so Nora is fairly, she's not the most smart person, but she does have a lot of social awareness when it comes to tech companies for the last few years, and especially funding for those. So she's going to be doing some research and seeing if she can find any sorts of ties, this company, to possible red flags. You know, are they associated with any of the clans? Are they possibly a threat due to government contracts and such? We don't want any of those sniffing around. So yeah, that's her modus operandi right now.
Okay, then. So for that, can I have you roll? Are you doing this through your computer?
Yeah, she would definitely have a secure setup. I mean, her technology is fairly high, so.
So can I have you roll an intelligence and technology roll for me, please?
Absolutely. And just give me 1 second as my iPad dies.
As far as I've got, it's 5 dice for you.
Perfect. And a hunger die in there as well.
It would be 1 hunger die and 4 regular dice then.
All right, so 7s are successes, right?
7s are successes.
So we have 4 successes, and
Ooh. So Magadon is actually a single company within an umbrella of different companies that do different things, between making toys to pharmaceuticals to from toys to pharmaceuticals to there's one that at least deals with the environment in some capacity. There isn't anything overtly shady about them. They are all just under the same Pentex umbrella. And
how old is the company? Is it fairly established?
It's been around for quite some time. Their tagline is "Building a Better You."
And their pharmaceutical division, what is their most well-known drug product, if I could ask?
They actually make antidepressants.
All right.
They make antidepressants. They've been working on various cures for ailments in third world countries.
Yes. So Nora's getting a feel for it, and she's just kind of, getting this information, looking through her black book of people that might be associated with her, know more about it, and is just doing this research while everybody kvetches outside, of course.
Okay, then. So, how is our party of 4 doing outside with their drinks?
Awkward staring.
Did you decide
Oh,
to keep
God,
the
I hope
TV
not.
on?
Oh, someone must have kept the TV on.
I would have.
I've been staring at Aster without blinking because I'm winning this one.
Oh, and Esther's blinking a lot because she doesn't understand the rules. Oh, this is very good social engagement.
The news that is on is actually speaking about an incident that occurred last night over at the Prudential Center out in the center of Boston. The Prudential Center had an unfortunate incident involving various smoke detectors going off at various points in times. Some people believe that it happened to be a gas leak that occurred in the area. Several people were hospitalized with critical conditions dealing with lung issues. There were unfortunately a few casualties. No one of notable note, though.
Oh, wow. Something else happened there? That place was busy last night. And she'll actually get real interested now that it's something that she knows about.
It's also talking about how unfortunately the art benefit was canceled and interrupted. There was some money raised towards a charity for something called Schur's disease. It goes into some of the symptoms of Schur's disease, which includes sensitivity to sunlight, the requirement of blood transfusions, things like that, of that particular nature. In the meantime, there's also information about stocks, various companies trading in and out. It's all numbers, business as usual. But then there's a commercial for the newest line of fashion pharmaceutical from Magadon. Help brighten your mood. Help chippen your spirits with Magadon's new drug, Sunshine. Sunshine for the woman on the go, for the man on the rise, and for the person in palpable taste. Magadon, building a better you.
Huh. Okay. So anyone going to tell me what we're all here for?
And Nora,
Yeah.
out. Sorry. Just to let you know, I'm going to join everybody with my laptop in hand and let everybody else speak.
Yeah, the thing from last night, the person on the phone, the mechanical sounding person. You remember? Was going to send us a message and asked for a fax number of all things. They sent a fax this evening.
Oh,
Pretty much at sundown. And it looks like this.
And it is 12-point font Times New Roman. Simply just says Hancock Tower, Magadon, signed M.
This is what business looks like. A boring font on boring paper.
Isn't it?
Right? I don't want to look at it anymore, okay? I got the information. I'm just going to turn away from it. You all can look at it more, though. Bumming me out.
I happen to like this font.
You should see my business card. Doctor, have you heard of this company? And I'm going to specifically turn towards Dr. Garcia Marquez and Megadon. Have you ever dealt with them? Have you ever had them come to your office and offer drugs as a trial for your patients, that kind of thing?
Michelle, would you like me to roll for that? I imagine I'd be familiar since I deal in neurochemistry.
Because you do deal with the ailments of the mind, you are aware of Magadon's a range of pharmaceuticals dealt towards mental health. They have stopped by at some points to give you pamphlets. They are very, I would say, aggressive in their marketing tactics. They want to get their products out there to the world.
The apothecaries come by once in a while to peddle their poultices. I try to shoo them away as much as I can, but they are persistent, like the plagues they go after.
And you didn't particularly upset any of these people when they came by your offices, I'm assuming? You just sent them on their merry way?
Upsetting is a part of treatment, whether or not they were ready to pursue it. It's not my concern. They'll return when they're ready.
All right. Just making sure you didn't, personally upset any of these people. I'm and I address the room. Does anybody have anything to disclose in regards to vendettas, possible clan issues, stuff that might have led to us being implicated in this? Because I personally am on good standing across the board. So just fess up. We can deal with the damage. There's no bad feelings here. If so, we just want to be able to address the concerns that we all might have about one another, being complete strangers, in this moment. Anyone? Okay. All right. And she's looking at Dr. Skylar Evans.
Now that you've made your implications, what about yourself?
I mean, how could I have survived for as long as I have with my reputation without being on good standing? That's what I'm going to say.
A lot of assholes get by. Trust me.
Oh, no. That is how people get by.
No, I don't know anything about... well, actually, I might know something about this. Miss Storyteller, I have a chemistry focus in science. Can
Yes, you
do. Get a check on that?
I would say you would have to have a sample of the product in order to run any sort of chemistry test on it.
Okay.
Would this happen to be the same product that I was bribed with in our initial meeting?
I'm referring to a product belonging to... you would need to have a sample of a Magadon drug in order to test it.
Okay.
Okay. Well, no, I don't know anything about Magadon, nor our friend. Yes, I have enemies. Nothing that I know of aware here, other than the usual. If that makes you happy.
I just like to have all the information. That's all.
Well, you got as much as I'm giving.
As expected. All right. Well, now that we've established that as a foundation for the continuation of a relationship, I'm going to provide the information that I've found out about the company and just kind of say that I don't see anything particularly of note here. If we wanted to pursue information with our own kind, of course, we might want to go down that alley. I personally would like to keep this on the down low because, just really don't want to be the tallest poppy in the situation, if you know what I mean. So maybe we resolve this together on our own. Does that sound okay for everybody involved here? Give me a nod, a smile. Okay. All right. So I could get us in a legitimate means. I would not necessarily say that with some of our present company. We do have a couple doctors, which is wonderful. But if you have alternate suggestions for us doing this meeting point with this, setup of not knowing what we're going into, please express yourselves at this moment.
Skylar, do you need a mask? Not like a physical mask, but like another persona.
Probably, but I don't know how much it's going to help with,
Do you own a physical mask?
Yes.
Okay, perhaps we can come up with a really good reason that you're wearing one.
Because his face is like it is.
No, I mean a reason that's acceptable for like the common public of mortals.
It's
Well,
not acceptable.
You're a
I don't know what acceptable is.
Either of us could write him a note.
I could be a patient that you are bringing there to test drugs on. I don't care.
Is it Mardi Gras?
Man,
All
I
right.
wish.
Okay.
Well, how about just like I bet Nora has face masks, right? Like just like for face things,
Like
people just walk out with those. Like he just like really cares about like his
Like a
skincare regimen. No one's gonna question that.
You could definitely wear a medical mask. That's perfectly fine. I don't think that there's any problem with anybody going in, probably for trial treatment or whatever that they do there. I do know that that is probably a location not only of a corporate office, but also of labs, right?
Yes, they do actually have clinical papers that come out of Boston that are peer reviewed, heavily sourced. You've probably seen one come across your desk a few times.
Do they work with the specific university or?
They actually send out to universities all over the country.
Okay. All right. Your typical PR that they would do, of course, I'm sure those are paid for. But yeah, no, then that gives us a nice accountability. If you want to go on a medical means, my friends, you can absolutely wear your white coats and this person can be a patient. That's fine.
Esther, I want to ask, do you do skincare regimens?
Oh, I mean, I don't really need to, but like sometimes like it feels right, and you get like you get all with a robe and like cucumbers, which kind of make me sick to have them, but it just feels right. Like you should have the cucumbers on and stuff like that.
Yeah, like that. I was
Do you
just
even get
curious
cucumbers?
I was curious why you assumed that Miss Vandermeer would have them.
Oh, well, just look at this place. And she like looks around. Like, look at those walls.
You're right.
at that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I definitely have cucumbers. So if you want to cover, I think that you would be an amazing assistant. I mean, you're very, you keep your attention on everything around you, and
Oh, you're talking to me. I
Mhm.
thought you were talking to the doctor. Yes, I can be very focused and a very good actress.
Okay, wonderful.
I'll need another outfit.
I've got plenty of clothes for you if you want them.
I was hoping.
Just go in my closet. Feel free. And
She goes.
Nora's just like, I'm gonna regret that later as soon as she
She just like takes off as soon as she gets permission and access. And you might hear stuff being thrown.
I needed to replace my season's wardrobe anyway. But now that we have the adults in the room, although she's also saying that very skeptically. Any other points or areas that you want to approach this? Because it looks like we're going to be doing this sort of legitimately, or at least an attempt at it.
Yes.
Okay.
So how do you've got your plan together of who you are, but you haven't really figured out how you are.
I myself am not very sneaky, by the way. Just gonna put that out there.
I think this is probably a whole group of people who are mostly not stealthy. So I like the idea that we're going to simply try to make an actual like formal arrangement for a reason that we're in the building and then show up.
Skylar, was that an ST raising your hand, or was that a Skylar raising your hand?
That was
I have stealth.
Yeah, I am stealthy. Do you think I can walk into places like this? Are you crazy?
Would you like to be responsible?
We already came up with the mask plan.
A way out?
I'm sorry, what was that, Nora?
Would you like to be responsible for maybe not just, casing a way out, but keeping an eye out for any kind of external sources of concern?
Sure, but I don't even know what we're doing there. Like, are we grabbing something? Are we looking for something? What are we doing?
Yes.
If I knew the answer to that, I would be much happier right now. We're getting blackmailed, I guess, is what I would probably say is happening right now.
No, we determined it was not blackmail. It was God, I can't remember now. It was a pain in my ass.
I think we called it white mailed.
White
they're
mail,
going to
yes.
clear our names of something we didn't do.
I thought they said they wanted us to do something in particular, and there's been a lot of drugs between now and then to try to forget that night. I don't recall exactly what happened, if anyone else does, from
Well,
that conversation.
It was yesterday, so
A lot of drugs between now and then.
I think for the audience as well, recap is in order.
Yes. So you guys had received a call from a phone that was stolen off a Nosferatu that was tailing Dr. Alicia. The person on the phone, speaking through a robotic voice, has said that the 5 of you have been framed for this incident. And that in exchange for making sure your names are cleared for this incident, you would be doing this particular job for them, which they have sent to you as infiltrating Magadan. The person on the phone introduced themselves as Morgan and did not provide much other information of how to get in contact with them besides the half-broken device that Dr. Jackson still possesses.
I could be mistaken here, but I thought they wanted us to look into particular people. Was that right?
Particular places, peoples, or things.
Okay.
We're not investigators.
Okay. Well,
and apparently this is the first of the things we're to look into.
Yes.
if they want us to dig up some dirt, fine. I guess we can try to find some dirt.
Yeah, we're basically just going in and trying to get as much of their internal information.
Assuming, right. Would it be safe to say that a big pharma company probably has people dedicated to hiding their dirt?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you gave me enough time, I could probably do some further work in that arena, reaching out to contacts, doing some serious investigation to their financials. But considering this appointment is fairly pressing, it might be just good to go in and get it ourselves. I don't know. This is all new to me.
What we have, right. Me too. What we have right now is a place and a company name, and we don't really have a goal. We don't know what it is that we're looking for. We don't know if there's a person we're supposed to talk to. We don't know if perhaps the goal is that we're supposed to find dirt on this place without them knowing. I mean, that would seem best to me. So maybe we should start with whatever doesn't include going there.
What about that new drug? Maybe they want the dirt on that, how it's made.
I mean, the timing of that sounds reasonable.
It's an extremely ominous name, considering. I mean...
All right. So how about everyone play to their strengths and we figure out as much as we can about the company and reconvene?
All right.
Sounds reasonable.
A voice from the other room. Are we not doing outfits? It's okay, because I might have to replace stuff. Don't worry, Nora, I'll replace it. It's just like the skirt just was like the wrong level and it was going to look better on me if it was a little. That's okay. I'll just take that one with me and I'll just put the rest in a pile in the corner.
Nora's just like, go ahead and keep it. It's yours. All right. Yeah. And then she just goes to her laptop and her phone and starts doing her thing. So
it's really lucky, Nora, that you don't have any curtains.
Right?
Are you implying that I should get curtains?
Blinds, maybe. It's hard to make a dress out of blinds.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is that a challenge? Get blinds. Now I got to show them. I don't like being challenged like that. She looks at you real intensely all of a sudden.
Did you challenge me? Hearing.
I'm gonna give Aster one of my cards.
Hi.
I don't think I did before.
Dang. Oh, I like your card. It has style. And she'll put it in her. It's not a kitty cat purse. Now it's a unicorn one. It's for business.
Gotta switch them out.
Yeah. It's a business cat.
I'm still haven't forgiven you. I'll let you
For?
know when that happens. You
For-
challenged me.
But blinds? Why?
And then she's like, you know why. And she'll like turn and walk away.
It's gonna look like some sort of samurai thing.
I like her. She seems like the perfect client.
She's enthusiastic.
Oh my goodness. So, each of you are going your separate ways to try to investigate the Magadon Pharmaceutical Corporation. I'm assuming Nora is going the PR approach. How would everyone else like to go about this, Dr. Alicia?
I'm going to check my records, see if I've had anyone referred to me by Megadon or have treated anyone that participated in any Megadon trials or anything, addressed to me or left behind by their, pushy advertiser folks.
Mm-hmm.
But I will very specifically just lay the notes out in the floor in a nonsensical pattern because that is the way the truth will appear to me.
Okay. So you make your way home without incident. And as you're going through your files, looking for any patients who have been taking any of their pharmaceuticals lately, you've seen people who have come in with, just their upbeat personalities, but dealing with anxiety issues, or people who deal with OCD, things like that, like people who, or ADHD, people who are hyper aware. And you notice people are taking it and they have been sort of calming down in a sense. But some people have reported adverse effects like depression, and some have even reported being agitated more often. But there haven't been any patients that have died from this, or there haven't been any patients that have been on the news because of this. So, Dr. Schuyler, how would you like to go about your research?
My research. I'd like to try to find some of the people that may have gone to Dr. Alicia's place, couldn't find the right solution, and then came to my waiting room.
Okay, then.
Try to find some clients that needed a different kind of drug.
So, eventually, you don't find anyone who comes to you specifically because of taking anything from Magadon. You do, however, have a contact of someone who sells it without a proper prescription.
I'm definitely interested in that. I'd like to get a sample to take back to my lab.
Okay. You do know of them from your area and from your knowledge of the drug professions. How do you wish to get in contact with this person?
Well, if I'm knowledgeable of the drug professions, I imagine that I have a network that I can reach out to try to find the right contact for this guy.
Okay. You do get in contact with someone who says that they can have more call you back.
Sounds reasonable.
And eventually you do get a call on your phone from a number you do not recognize.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah. What's up? This is Skylar, right?
Yeah. You got any of that sunshine?
Nah. Sunshine is way too hard to get a hold of. You hear me? So, I do have some of their, they call it Happy Berry. I know it sounds like Halle Berry, and nobody wants to think of Catwoman at a time like this.
Happy Berry? That shit sounds lame.
I know, right? I could come up with a better name, taking a dump on a toilet 2 feet away from like a dictionary.
Yeah, no, it's okay. What are we running for these?
Happy Berry, I can get you for $100 a pill.
Reasonable. Do you do trades?
What do you have that I couldn't get?
I don't know if you're short on anything.
You're Skylar, right?
That's who I am.
You're someone I know.
Cool. What does that mean?
I mean, me and you have a lot in common.
Okay. What does that mean? What do you want from me, dude?
Her voice is feminine on the phone.
Still, dude.
And she's just like, okay, listen here, pal. Me and you both play the same game in more ways than one.
I am following what you're putting down.
You are following what I am putting down because we can't have seconds on us.
Right.
Okay. I can get you what you need, but in exchange, you owe me a favor.
Okay, of equal value. I understand.
Of equal value.
All right.
Yep. We'll call it a minor.
Understood.
Okay, then. Where do you want it delivered?
You know where my business is, right?
No.
Blah.
You don't send Christmas cards out, honey.
Well, here's the location. Get over here. Drop off. Enjoy yourself if you want. I certainly have some recreation here if you need it.
Fine. Okay. I've got a very busy schedule. I'm going to send
Sure.
over a friend of mine. They're going to go pick it up for me. He's of the night.
Okay. Understood.
Don't fuck around with him. He's still squishy.
I don't fuck with anybody that doesn't need to be fucked with.
Good. And with
Okay.
that, the phone hangs up. So, in the world of darkness, boons come in 3 flavors: a major, a minor, and a life boon. A minor boon is something, well, minor. And Skylar has just signed away a minor boon to another kindred of the night. But they do deliver pretty promptly. A figure wearing a red leather jacket with matching pants as if they were a bit from the 70s. Riding a plain black motorcycle with a helmet that obscures their face, drops off a bottle with a single pill in it, and it's addressed to Skylar. With a handwritten note simply stating, "Don't trust a kindred, especially your masters." But now Skylar has a sample of Happy Berry.
I'll get right into testing that, and I imagine that takes time.
That will take time. Speaking of things that are taking in their time. Hi, Aster.
Oh, hi.
So, how do you plan on researching this company?
Well, I think she's going to head back to her place because she needs to be among her things. And at first, she's like, I don't know how, this isn't anything like what I can do. I don't know. And she starts to get upset. And then she realizes, okay, sometimes when I think like really hard, stuff just comes to me. So she like just sits in the middle of a room and she surrounds herself with like her most like favorite. There's a cookie jar she really likes, and there's this gorgeous velvet painting. It's not Elvis. It's not Elvis because it's a little too on the nose. And she just surrounds herself just visually with everything she likes, and she just kind of sits down and she tries to start a premonition about this company.
Okay, then. So I'm going to have you roll, and I believe it is your Auspex. And I can be wrong, which is why I am double checking, but I believe it is Auspex and
I think it's Resolve.
I believe it's Resolve, but I hate to be you know what? It is Resolve and Auspex. And I'm gonna put a little sticky note right there for you.
Oh, nice. 4 altogether.
So you're focusing on the things that make you happy. You're going to your happy place, full of sparkles. Sun shines in the corners of pieces of paper with smiley faces on them. Cats of different fluffinesses. And all of a sudden, the cats are all dancing about. Cats are all happy. They're joyful. But then there's a rain cloud with a frowny face. It's a really sad cloud. Oh, it's a really, really sad cloud. And it starts raining on the cats. The cats are just starting to get wet, and then there's thunder, and it's just going down like and it's scary. It's really scary. The cats are freaking out, and the cats start fighting with each other. They're blaming each other for all of this. They're saying, "Meow, it's your fault. We need to fix this, right? Meow, now it's your fault." And the cats are arguing. And they're getting angrier and angrier, and they start clawing each other. But like it's all like with cartoonish sound effects. So it's just pow, blew, boom.
Very intense.
They start blaming each other for the smallest of things. You stepped on my toe. No, you stepped on my toe. And they're all very angry and mad, and the rain cloud just keeps raining. But then they just move away from their cat food dishes. And the further away they move, the clouds start dissipating. And the sunshines come back. And a rainbow appears, but it's made of those like sequin, like beaded thingies where like you put your hands on them and it flips into pictures.
Yeah.
And your vision stops.
Okay. And Ashley's like, okay, I think this is important. Also, and she'll actually get out a notebook and like just kind of write down because she's gonna tell somebody else, which she doesn't always tell other people what she sees. And she's like making like real intense notes with illustrated like little cats and a rainbow, then with an asterisk near the rainbow, because I think that's really important. And she's like, I did good today. They will take me seriously. She closes the notebook and just like puts it on the table and just sits and waits to tell the others.
Okay, then. Dr. Jackson, how do you feel about going about to investigate this matter?
I don't have the contacts with pharmaceutical reps that the psychiatric doctor might have. Most of my patients are dead. So I am going to use my medical knowledge and my computer skills to see if I can dig up more information about the company itself.
Okay, then. So I'm going to have you roll your intelligence and technology if you're going the computer route. For you, that is 7 dice. That includes your hunger dice.
Okay, that went really well. What happens with 2 10s again?
That's 4 successes.
Okay.
Were any of them on a hunger die?
No, but my hunger die was a success.
Okay, that only matters if it's a 10.
I have 7 successes.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Going this route, you find a bit more about the not only Magadon, but you figure out a little bit more about the Pentex Corporation. That is the giant umbrella that Magadon is under. You realize that they've been in a lot of trouble with some environmental groups recently. They've been in trouble for polluting various rivers and systems, cutting down the rainforest. Some really bad PR about like the companies as a whole. But occasionally they'll just do some big, we're helping you guys, we're sorry type of movement, and all is forgiven. But history still stays there. You also will find a few people have been creating blogs on like Tumblr and WordPress about side effects. People saying, my kid took this and they did horrible things because of it. Or my kid took this and now they're saying that demons are whispering in their ears. Some stuff sounds like conspiracy theories, some of it sounds like outraged parents. Some people, you can see that some people are responding to these with just shut up, Karen. But there is documented history of people complaining and concerned about the pharmaceuticals that Magadon puts out.
Okay. Okay. Can I figure out anything more specifically medically about this this sunshine?
Sunshine is considerably it's a heavily classified drug, but you do find some filings with the FDA about clinical testing, and it seems almost too perfect. It's almost as if everything is perfectly within regulation as opposed to any sort of deviation, which would set up alarm bells in someone who regularly does research on how things are registered with the FDA.
Okay.
You can also look up any sort of medical complaints filed, because you are obligated to report them within 30 days of the incident being reported to you. And you'll see that, like, with all these people online complaining, why isn't any of this on the FDA site?
Okay. Are there any pending lawsuits?
People have been trying to get together to do lawsuits, but it seems like whenever it reaches any sort of stage where it could actually gain groundwork, it just crumbles.
Okay. Okay. Do I have enough successes to dig further into that?
I would say no.
Okay.
So I'm going to assume that all of you are going to gather up and share your findings. Well, that's wonderful, because this sounds like the perfect time to take a quick 15-minute break. So I hope you guys will all come back in 15, go enjoy a nice glass of water, use the restroom, do whatever it is you have to do. And we hope that you'll come back and you'll stay tuned to Boston by Night.
My name is
Oh.
also Carl.
We were pretty consistent at like the 29, 32-ish range.
Oh no, my wife said she heard me say my name is also Carl, like in between the music that was playing on the break.
That's not a big deal. It's the first session. We're learning.
A rule.
Exactly. I'm also like 5 seconds away from making a Gleeman X joke. Are you guys like fans of Kids in the Hall?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Boston by Night, a Vampire the Masquerade V5 Let's Play set in modern-day Boston. Where we left off, our respective kindred had found their ways through the research delves to try to figure out more about Magadon, a company sent to them by their mysterious white mailer who is asking them to investigate this corporation for them at the premise of their premiere of their brand new fashionable pharmaceutical, Sunshine. Each of them has found their own tidbits and nuggets of information through their various means, contacts, and a drug drop off. And all of them are making their way back to Miss Vandermeer's penthouse estate. So, one at a time, each of you has entered and have made your way back together. I am assuming Aster is attempting to mix drinks again, or is she going to be reusing the same ones from last time?
Oh, she's has her notebook in front of her, very focused, very like, I have important information and to be taken seriously. She is occasionally looking at the bar, but then refocusing back down on her notebook.
Okay, then.
Anyone have anything to add to what we know about this company?
I'll go first. So they are very proud of their new drug, Sunshine. It's had a lot of bad press with reports of side effects, things like kids hearing demons talking to them and such.
Oh,
Also, the company as a whole has had a lot of bad press recently with things like they're destroying the rainforests and other nonsense. And they seem to clear it up by just releasing, some good press thing. Like, look at this park we cleaned. Yay. And it all just sort of goes away. All of the people who are reporting side effects and reporting people getting injured, there have been several times where they've tried to get together for sort of a class action lawsuit, and then it all just disappears. And none of those legally reported cases are making it to the FDA reviews. The reviews of the drug are perfect.
yeah, I was going to suggest doing an intellectual property investigation, shall we say, to see if there was anything there, especially with their whatever law firm they may have co-opted into this situation. I'm sure they've got a good contract, but
That might be a good approach.
yes, Aster.
Okay, so and she'll look at her notebook and they're like, my sources say that drug is not good. It is sad and makes okay. I don't think it makes you wet. I just think it makes you sad like rain, according to my notes and
Aster,
my
do you know
very
about
important
getting wet?
sources.
Guys,
She'll
it
flip a
says, so
page
they're
over and
upset.
ignore it. Anyway, the drug is bad, according to my sources, and she'll close the notebook. Also, cats might be involved. Okay, and then she closes the notebook more.
Well, I don't know what to say about that.
Your sources or your sources?
What's the difference?
Oh
You
no,
know,
I
Clever.
understand. Sources. And like a wink.
Sources.
Dr. Garcia Marquez, is there anything here that you would like to add in regard to what is sources? I don't understand this. You might have to spell it out to me.
You wouldn't know blue blood. Your lineage does not appear beyond the veil.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a very amazingly cryptic way to put that. So,
I've checked my patient records. None have crossed beyond the veil as a result of the drug, but a couple of them have reported increased aggression.
Aggression, like yelling at the wait staff, or like killing their partners situation?
What kind of aggression, Storyteller?
More like yelling at the wait staff, but also throwing a plate at them.
Minor escalation.
Good to know. How about you, other doctor?
I got my hands on a different product of theirs called Happy Berry. Not too sure who named that, and it ran some tests on it to figure out what the hell's going on there. Michelle, I never knew what was going on there.
So, based on, sorry, I've got pages of notes. One of them is on Happy Berry.
Oh.
So for Happy Berry, I'm going to need you to roll 6 dice for me. And that includes your hunger. So have how many hunger dice in there that you have. And depending on the number of successes, I'll tell you what you know about Happy Berry.
4 successes.
4 successes on Happy Berry. On the outside, Happy Berry has a slow dissolving coating, which allows it to be spread through the system at a much slower rate than considerably things like aspirin or anything like that. So it does last in your system longer. You can tell it takes about 72 hours of taking it consistently for your body to start having any sort of effects with it. On the outside, it's engineered as a normal antidepressant. It is blue in color. Potentially, they thought of naming it Happy Blueberry, but
Okay.
but as you get into it more and you start looking into it more, you notice that it's chemically composed of various ingredients that trigger certain chemical reactions in the body akin to a slight roid rage.
Okay. So, yeah, this Happy Berry stuff. At first glance, it seems to do a half decent downer, but then it's an upper to one hell of a degree. People are going to start throwing fists when they take Happy Berry.
It just doesn't seem like one of those designer drugs that you would necessarily want to take unless there was some specific push, right? Like somebody's selling that.
Or lying about what it's doing to figure out what it could do to people.
Oh, see, that's to be considered. It doesn't seem like a very popular drug, right?
Happy Berry? I don't know. All I know is that it exists.
Sunshine seems like it's very popular. Like they're aggressively marketing it.
They are indeed, based on all of your cumulative things, they are aggressively pushing Sunshine and putting a burn notice on Happy Berry.
So that was their previous iteration, and now they have refined it to this point where it is marketable and they're pushing for it with lots of advertising, as we've seen. So, and there is outside of game in terms of there's going to be a premiere for this drug, or at least maybe a party that is going to be for its launch. Is that what's going on?
The aggressive advertising is about the release
Mhm.
of it going release to the consumer market. They aren't able to get it as a over-the-counter type of medicine, but they are aggressively pushing for it
Mm.
to
Okay.
give people easier access, which is why they're trying to promote it so positively to the market.
Okay. And nothing planned in terms of functions with medical kind of, content.
Um, as far as you are aware, their PR for it seems to be mostly in-house, them personally outreaching to doctors that they know to come in and do this. It would almost be as if they are trying to control who has the early access.
I see.
Well, we have doctors. At least 2, 3, 2.5 of us are doctors. Gotta get these angry pills. Maybe you can get on the list. Who cleans up the best?
Probably the psychiatrist.
Could you see, like, is there a doctor way to, like, write a letter and be like, hey, I guess don't call them angry pills. Hey, gimme those good drugs.
I'm
then we'd
sure
be
I
down
could
the
get
list.
on the short list.
Yeah.
We could also find the list of those who already were on that short list and just go grab some without putting our names out there.
The pills or the people to grab?
Both. Why not?
Okay. I'm out of my depth.
If you wanted to possibly lean into obtaining samples, our doctors could definitely do that. And if you needed some assistance or at least somebody to kind of carry the flack, I'd be happy to help run a little bit of interference with one of our psychiatrist here that talks about beyond the veil. So that is an option. I can have my assistant set up an appointment after hours, of course, and we could do this legitimately, or we could get the records of their trials less legitimately and see if we can find some patients.
We could do both.
True.
Oh,
I mean, I think, look at Skylar. I think he's he wants to grab stuff. Like, look at his eyes. He's just look at him. He wants to do it so bad.
I want to be far away from all of you.
See? And then it'll work the best because then, like, he'd be away from us and then we'd be away from him, but also still working on the same thing.
I'm so glad to have you here to, influence the camaraderie with those of us who definitely want to be far away from everyone. So, yeah. No, it's we're all in this together now. Sink or swim.
5 corpses in one grave.
So,
Okay. The plan then.
I guess it's half-half, or at least the 4 of you go do it legitimately and me do it by myself to go snatch and grab.
That's sad to be
okay.
alone. Skylar,
So-
do you need help?
Both of
As
these
I
plans, have a point where they meet, where we have to figure out who's on the list, and then for one plan we have to find a way to insert someone onto the list, and for the other plan we have to grab someone on the list, right?
Or just the product that someone on the list has, but yeah.
Or the
essentially.
product. Sure. Yep, that's an option. How do we find the list?
Great question. We can go into the tower that's on that sheet that you there and
Facts.
right, and just see if it's there.
Okay. And it seems like a building that size probably has a lot of lists. Then what?
Well,
Get the fuck out.
I think there's what we're talking about here is two very, similar options in terms of grabbing the security of this very tightly guarded and very well established company. You can volunteer to be part of the clinical trials or to advertise, go in and say, hey, I want to partner with you. I want to offer this drug. It seems amazing. I've done the research on it, and I would like to have that for my patients. With our resident psychiatrist, that would be a perfect in for that situation. And then not necessarily getting access to the other scientists or the other situations going on, but being closer to what we need.
Okay.
And alternatively, having someone sneak in and just take a server or whatever. Like, I don't know the technical terms. There's got to be something in there.
Okay. So we have a social approach to get us on the list, and you're suggesting a purely physical approach to go find a server or something that we hope the list is on.
Or just somebody who knows the list.
Okay, that sounds good. I nominate the psychiatrist to try to get us on the list.
If you need any assistance with, producing any kind of inquiries or reach outs, I'm here for you.
I think that's a great idea. How about the two of you work together on a social approach to get on the list?
I already have an appointment. Just haven't really given the details in yet.
Excellent.
I can
Aster?
provide you with necessary records.
Oh, good. Aster, do you want to help Skylar with figuring out a distraction, perhaps, for his physical approach?
Yeah, I feel a little bad before saying that he should be off by himself because that's not very that's not a pretty thing to do.
No, I think you're absolutely right.
Oh.
I think it's entirely possible that he can be off by himself and still be
No,
working
no,
as
look-
a part of a team where you are helping him, not physically next to him, but by providing a distraction.
though, I think I'm just gonna we're gonna be team infiltrate.
I am staring daggers at Dr. Jackson Easter right now.
Aster just starts moving closer to this guy. Like, we'll just be inseparable. I'm sorry. We're buddies now.
That didn't go at all as planned. Aster, no, you were right. We can be a team and we can support each other without having to be physically next to each other. You're absolutely right. We are still all working for the same goal.
Okay. She'll take half a step away from Skylar, but she's not sure if she's understanding it, and she really wants to be helpful.
Good. Okay.
This isn't personal, Skylar. I'm just trying to figure out the situation.
Can we just get this done with?
I'll hand Skylar a referral.
Thank you.
Treatment for your terrible burn wounds has been ineffective. You prove far too resistant to treatment and may benefit from some trial runs of Sunshine.
Okay. We'll get this to get in the door. Sure. And what are you doing, Dr. Jackson?
Oh, obviously, I'm going to help organize and keep an eye on both groups.
Oh, he needs a white van with a control board, or it won't feel right.
Oh, we have a white Escalade. I mean, we just want to.
Could we put perhaps some security equipment in your Escalade?
I think I already have a dash cam in there.
Would you mind if I upgrade that with some actual computers?
No, don't mind at all.
All right, I think we got a plan.
Excellent. We have a mystery solving van.
It's not the Scooby van, it's the SUV, unfortunately. Oh God.
We'll just
Michelle,
need
you
to
look like you're
paint
having
it.
a good time.
We'll leave the
Okay.
machine of Masquerade, the Tremere's capable hands. Their technomancy is beyond me.
Okay. This is life now.
Wait, Dr. Jackson. will you have a headset?
Absolutely.
Okay. We're okay. It's a good plan then.
Oh, good. Okay.
Because it'll look right.
I'm glad it hinges on that aesthetic. Thank you.
People, they don't think it matters, but it matters. I've seen it matter.
It does help to be hands-free.
So I'm going with Skylar?
Sort of. You're going to the same building. And then you're going to provide a distraction.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Oh, let me get an outfit.
Good idea. See if there's something with blinds.
Oh,
I hear you. Okay, I'll have them installed. It's fine. Jeez.
Oh, I was referring to her challenge to create a new dress out of blinds. I was not referring to the difficulty of changing clothes in a condo made of glass.
I have like I lose count, but I think I've got like 4 rooms and 3 bathrooms. Come on.
Is
Well,
4 a
what else
large
can I do?
number for you?
This one room is as large as where I sleep, like the whole area.
I got in really early on this. It's 2008 crash. Just let's move on to better topics here. So we will go in legitimately. Nora is already going to have established that she texted or called her assistant. She's got a nice young man who she absolutely hates, but he thinks she works for overseas business, so he doesn't question her asks that only occur after night. I'm a night owl. What can I say? So we're gonna set up an appointment legitimately to go and meet whoever is, doing some liaison work for marketing for this new drug. With my, under the premise that, I'm supporting Dr. Garcia Marquez in opening a new clinic. Lots of venture capitalist interest here because of the fact that it's going into like sort of using the old school Jungian psychotherapy where we talk about dreams and the woo-woo and all that good stuff. But we're also going to, of course, push drugs. So I feel like we would probably be very welcome under those pretenses, but if anybody has any objections. All right.
That sort of application of modern science to old aesthetics and precepts, that sounds very bohemian. That fits.
Mm-hmm. Our psychiatrist disappeared.
Oh, is someone using obfuscate?
We're good. Sorry.
The obfuscate.
All right, and then I'll use this referral to get it in the door. Maybe they'll provide me something. I doubt it, but at the very least, Aster can distract some guards, and I can go find secure storage and do what I do best.
So it seems
Excellent.
you have a plan. So the plan is that Nora and Dr. Alicia are going to be working on getting onto the PR list by presenting themselves as legitimate people, legitimately interested in legitimately obtaining this legit drug. Meanwhile, Skylar and Aster are going to be working on grabbing either someone or something in order to be able to obtain this drug through less than reputable means. And Dr. Jackson's going to be supervising from the investigation mobile.
We definitely need a better name for that.
Nope, it's investigation mobile.
Okay.
It could be I don't know. We'll come up with something that's not mysterious or incorporated.
Mm.
So Which group wishes to go first?
Sure, why not?
Great, volunteers. So, Skylar, Aster, where are you two going to be going in order to find ways, means, or peoples to obtain sunshine?
So the tower is both obviously a corporate building and a testing facility, or at least some sort of laboratory at some floor, right?
They do their clinical testing there.
Yeah. So I figured that would be the place to go to
Okay.
drop this referral off at.
Okay, then. So as the two of you are navigating your way through the streets of Boston, do you either of you want to do anything else before arriving?
I think I'd like to. I'm not sure exactly how this works. I can't benefit from feeding more, but I would benefit from imbibing blood for my thin blood.
Yes, you
acquisition.
you can feed in order to try to gain another discipline, a different first dot in a discipline.
Yeah, I'd like to feed and
Wish
achieve that.
Okay, then. Let me grab my D10. Let's see what type of resonance you get. Okay. So this person that you have the pleasure of feeding from is just they're well tempered. They don't seem to be seem to be any extremely emotional. But the emotion that they do have is a bit of sadness and depression, which leads you to gain a dot of fortitude for the rest of till the next time you feed.
Excellent.
You have the first dot of fortitude.
Understood. Okay. Anything you need to do, Aster?
Oh, I was just looking away and being polite. No, I'll let you lead the way. You seem very good at, wearing a hood and being like you fit like a particular like look, and I really appreciate that. So keep doing that thing that your look says that you do.
Okay, I will. We should get you a hoodie.
Oh, I've got all sorts of hoodies.
Like this?
Oh, I mean, I've got like this one that has like cat ears. And then one that has like a heart on it, and then one that it's like wish you were here, and it has like this really awesome sunset on it.
But not like this.
No. I would never steal your style.
I appreciate that. I guess we're gonna head up to the tower.
Okay, then. Hancock Tower, if you're a fan of glass windows, is made almost entirely of glass windows. It is located right next to a gorgeous church, actually. I believe, and I do not want to get it wrong, so I am not going to guess the name because I'm probably going to guess it wrong. Had it written down somewhere, it's not in front of me. This lovely glass building is home to many buildings, including there's actually a club nearby that's open right now, actually. But as you enter and look at the giant board directory of where to go, it is actually located in the middle of the building. Magadon's located on the, I'm going to say 14th floor. And it's very easy to get to navigating towards to like any of like the staircases or the elevator. It's very wide open and big. you don't need a key card to get anywhere until you get specifically to the building of the offices. Like, you'd see a glass door with, like, so and so corporation on it, but you would need a key card to get past that door.
Okay. Is there any sort of reception or
Not
anything?
for the entire building, but there is, like, individual receptions for the individual corporations. Each one seems to have their own person with well manicured fingers and stiff hairdos. Their collars are probably got some, like, plastic banding in it to keep them straight. There is security guards who do walk around the entire premises.
Do they have key cards hanging from like a chain?
They do.
Okay. Hey, Aster,
Yes.
I need you to go ask one of those guards for directions to somewhere that's not here.
Okay. Okay. And then how long do I ask him for directions?
Until it's awkward.
Okay, I can do that pretty quickly. All right. And she will go head towards the guard that Skylar pointed out.
As she goes, I get one of my injections out from inside of my jacket and shoot myself up with far reach.
Okay, then.
So I will do my rouse check.
Go do the rounds.
I fail my rouse check.
So, Skylar, as you're activating this concoction you've made, you hear a voice that you haven't quite heard in a while, the voice of your beast. A beast is sort of a manifestation of a kindred's monstrosity. They want only a few things, and blood is normally every single one of them. And you hear the voice in your head just being like, come on, man, this isn't us. This isn't what we do. We don't do the group hugs, feely, teamworky bullshit. What are you doing here?
We're solving a problem. Guess I'm talking to myself. Great. Cool. What a great day this is.
Just all it takes is just a mere moment, and we could have that guard's uniform. We could kill him. Pretty simple.
I'm sure we could, but that's also not how we work. So shut up and let me do this.
So you activate your far reach. Just gonna flip to my page on this. Okay, so you want to, are you going to be trying to move the key card?
Yeah, I'm going to slip it off of his belt.
Okay, then I'm going to say that it's going to take a little bit of finagling because it's clipped on. So Aster is going to have to keep them properly distracted for a little bit of time.
Understood.
Mm-hmm. So Aster, how do you plan on distracting them?
Okay. So Aster's like, all right. You're a rose. This is what you're supposed to be good at. You're supposed to be good at this. Okay. All right. And she's gonna, and then she'll like try to sway a little as she's like walking up to this guard. Hi, I need help.
How can I help you? How can I help you, miss?
And she like straight like bend. Hey, I'm so lost. There's so many floors in this building. I don't think I'm on the right one. It's like a salon, but also nails. But I also think it does psychiatry.
Um, what do you know the name of the place you're looking for?
No, and that's part of the problem. But I think I'm at least 10 minutes already late to appointment, and I just won't be able to get another one for months and months and months. And look at my nails and also my state of mind.
Okay, then. I haven't heard of any sort of nails, hair, and mental salon opening. Are you sure you've got the right building?
Okay, well, they said it was tall and had windows. So I think I'm right.
Um,
I'm so lost. Maybe we just go like, okay, alphabetically, what's in this building?
ex- ex- there's a directory by the elevator. You can take a look at that.
I mean, I looked at it. It was like so much, and I don't know. I think I'm late. I'm so late, and I just can't lose this. And like she'll try to like
Okay. Miss, are your parents around?
pair. Oh, I mean, thank you for thinking I'm young enough to have parents. But no, I'm a functional adult. Thank you. But I'm just lost. And every once in a while, she's gonna like look over to see if Skylar's giving her any sort of like, oh God. Okay. I'm entirely alone. Oh, sir, I'm entirely alone and I don't know what's going on. I just want to find this place.
Okay. So why don't we go take a look at the directory together? We can try
Uh,
to figure this out. Do you have a friend you can call? Do you have a
uh, how far is the directory from where Skylar is right now?
if you guys were to walk away, he would still be it would take a little bit for it to no longer be in the area of effect of far reach.
But I can
Uh,
also move while it's happening, right? So I can
Yeah.
yeah,
follow.
she's
think
just
so.
going to like
Uh,
whatever he's
yeah.
doing. Okay, yes, thank you. Please help me through all these. There's so many. There's so many names, right? Like you can agree to that. There's just so many names.
Okay then we're gonna see this, and then you've got someone you can call for help, right? Like
Uh,
you didn't drive yourself here, did you?
oh no, I don't drive myself. Thank you. And she'll like slip her arm in his arm, like very like, oh, thank you so much.
Excuse me, do you mind not doing
Oh,
doing that, please?
no. Oh, okay. All right, okay. But let's look at this thing and then I'll get out of your hair, unless you're bald.
Okay then, I don't get paid enough for this. So he is helping you, like pointing out at things that are places that there are hair, nails, or mental health.
Okay. So every once in a while, Esther's just looking over and seeing if Skylar
And,
seems to be going like, yeah.
and
Or
eventually Skylar does get the key card.
ah, okay. Oh, then she'll randomly point at something. Ah, that was it. That's it. But actually, I think my appointment was yesterday. I'll just try again. Thank you so much for all your help.
No problem. Just stay safe, ma'am.
Oh, you too. And then she'll just like
Okay.
wander off a little bit just to be out of the way.
Kids these days. Meanwhile, over at the responsible adults table, Nora and Dr. Alicia, and you were trying to legitimately get access to the limited release of sunshine for medical personnel.
Yeah, and mostly I'm framing it as I would love to have an in-person face-to-face kind of, just sharing information situation with somebody that's in marketing or sales or even PR, like somebody that would be willing to just give us a little presentation on the drug and in a very truncated format for my colleague here. And yeah.
You actually get a message from an Isabel.
Mm.
And Isabel's emails are typed in a very like cursive, bubbly font. There are emojis in there too, which is slightly unprofessional. But
Oh, lovely.
she uses smiley faces and things like that, and she's just like, "Oh hi, yes, Miss Vandermeer. I would love to be able to help you out. I really would, but unfortunately, we have a vetting process, and as much as I would love to get you on this list quickly, I just don't know if it would be possible. I do have these forms you can fill out, and we can try to start the process, but
So, having received that message and being very uncomfortable with responding, even in my professional capacity, to this, I am suggesting to Dr. Alicia that we possibly just go drop in. Um, what do you think?
Absolutely.
Okay,
People tend to
wonderful.
be more reticent to reject in person.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well. You know, put your foot in the door, it won't close. So we're definitely following up here.
okay.
Yeah. And I'm assuming it's pretty early evening. It's not like midnight.
Yeah, it's not super early yet. It's not super late or early, depending on what time you think it is. But there are people still working there at this hour. A lot of people having to do with people who work on the West Coast in congruency with them have to work at stranger timetables.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
So are you also going down to the tower?
Oh yeah, and I'm very familiar with it just because I've spent so much time at MIT, which is right across the river.
Mhm.
And I, know how to find my way through a directory, thank God. No shade
So
on anyone else.
so you don't end up at hair, nails, and mental health salon?
No. But I probably need it. I don't know. Everybody could use some therapy. It's a big thing for everybody.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm going, of course, with my esteemed colleague, and I'm just gonna do like the thing as we go up the elevator. It's very much a situation where let me handle this, but if you have anything to add from a professional capacity, I'm willing to listen and to take direction. But if we get into a situation where I am asking favors from the person that I'm speaking to, I just would respectfully, we're just let me control that, if I may put it that way.
I will let you handle the social transactions. I'll focus on the information being shared, and more specifically, the information not being shared.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, we're prepared to go in.
Okay then. So
Michelle, on
navigate.
the ride over, I would like to just take out my notepad and try to trigger a premonition.
Okay then. So I'm gonna need you to roll your resolve and aspects, which is
What is my resolve?
4 dice. Unless that changed, it is 4 dice for you.
Nope, you are correct. That is a singular success.
Okay then. For you, you see, as you are pulling out your notepad and looking at words, 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 words. The letters on the page swirl, shift, change. And all you read is just a single word. And that single word is just flowers. But then the word starts to wilt, almost as if the letters are melting. And that's what you see.
I end up just drawing like a field of like melting, wilting sunflowers.
Very Dolly. I love it.
So, as you manage to make your way up to the entrance to the Magadon floor of the company, of the tower, you notice that it is locked by a keypad at this hour, but there is a call button. Yes, who is this?
Hi, is this Isabel?
Oh, golly gee, gosh. Yes?
Oh, wonderful. You're exactly who I wanted to speak to. So I am Nora Vandermeer, and I am here. I know we didn't do much of a transaction beyond initial emails. You mentioned some forms. I would just love to be able to obtain those and also to just get some more information from you directly.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to come by. I sent them an attachment. Did you not get the PDF? Did I format the PDF incorrectly? Oh my goodness, that's just so awful.
Oh, you have to understand. I'm just very wary about these kind of responses. You know, you didn't even use a letterhead, so I just had to take the precautions necessary to make sure that there was no breach of information security that might have happened here, and just come in, pop in, maybe see somebody that might be able to help me.
I'm just an intern. This is my summer job. I used to work at like parties, but now I'm doing this and I'm still learning. Oh no, gosh darn it. If my boss finds out about this, I'm gonna be in so much trouble.
Oh, it's okay. It's just between you and me. We're fine. Is there anybody here at this time of day that would be able to assist me directly? I can give you my business card if I can see you in person.
I'll let you in so we can talk and hopefully we can figure this out. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay. So a woman with long black hair, tied in a ponytail that's just a little bit too messy, wearing a button-up shirt that you could tell was reused from a previous job because it might have some like stains on it. She's wearing a pencil skirt that is tapered in with some basic flat shoes. She opens the door for you, and you can tell that her hands are shaking and she's still just a bit nervous.
It's great. I basically take the opportunity of taking my business card out and, handing it to her and like professional handshake. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for entertaining us at this hour. This is my colleague, Dr. Alicia Garcia Marquez, who you might have already heard of because I did share that information. Not to ask you who your boss is because I'm not going to go that direction. It's just between us. I would like to speak with somebody that is, public facing in a way that I would be able to communicate some of the information about your company in a way that I would feel comfortable being able to invest in.
Well, our PR's out in LA. That's why I'm still here. I'm here to take in all the emails that they send in because it's still, working hours for them over there.
Oh, I see. I see. Is there anybody in the office at all that does those kind of higher level coordinations and organizations?
Oh, well, there is Gregory, but he's out for the next 2 weeks.
Okay. Good to know. All right. So, this is where I go, how long have you been working here for? It seems like a fairly established company.
Well, ever since I was laid off at my last job, I was lucky enough to get this one.
Mm. And so outside of this, how much do I feel like her setup here as a receptionist has access to, say, a network? Does it seem pretty?
You could probably tell that like she has access to stuff but does not have the mental capacity to understand how to access the stuff.
All right, so I'm going to use mesmerize. And it seems like a fairly private situation that we're dealing with right now, right? There's nobody around. There's not an office.
There's nobody around. All the offices are like around corners,
Mm-hmm.
and you are using mesmerism.
Yes, so I have to do a rouse check, but
Yes.
do I do that first?
Yes, you do.
Okay, perfect. Let's just hope I don't eat her, right? Everybody pray. Didn't roll up good last time. Oh, that's a 1.
Okay. So, as you compel your powers of a kindred of the night to your system, you just hear a voice in your head going, Nora, darling. Really? Dealing with this small temp?
It's distasteful to me. It's like having eaten the finest sushi and being presented with a convenience store sandwich, like ugh.
You know, even if it's market basket, darling, sushi's sushi, and you know we could just go for a bite right now, don't you?
No, I don't want to be sick for the whole evening. It's just not. If I fail, do I actually have to go through with this?
No.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
this is just your beast trying to whisper sweet nothings in your ear to
Yeah.
get exactly what it wants.
My tastes are very refined in this sense, and I do not eat women, so that should be easy, right? But I'm definitely, you can tell that Nora is having a really hard time not, and mostly because she's annoyed and she's hid it under the surface. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're going to do a mesmerize, and specifically, we want to have access to her computer.
Okay, then. So mesmerism,
Mm-hmm.
which I always get it confused whether or not it's a presence or a dominate thing, because it could
Dominate.
sound like
Yes.
yeah, because presence just sounds like a
Sounds right.
yeah. So it is nope, it is not contested because she is not prepared.
Okay. It's a domination and manipulation check.
But because she is a unprepared mortal, it is just automatically succeeds.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Great. Thank you. I feel so good. Yeah, we're just going to let her sit down at her desk and make an appointment, but we're actually going to have her let us guide and go through stuff.
Okay.
I'll take over, I know scheduling.
Yeah. So mesmerism is something where you can issue a command that doesn't require cognitive thinking in a sense. So you can't say give this to Peter when you see him.
No,
but you
it's
can say let me on your computer.
Exactly. This is what we're going for right now. Let me schedule the appointment.
Of course, Miss Vandermeer and Dr. Garcia. Of course.
Hacker voice. We're in. So, yeah.
You know that the as far as you can tell that the computer was logged into her account. So what you can see is on the desktop is various pictures of cats.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like she's obsessed with her pets.
Mm-hmm.
You also see that she's got some emails saved to her desktop. She's got some desktop folders linked to like things that get faxed to LA, or things that get scanned over from LA to Massachusetts. There's folders for like scheduling the company lunches. It seems like if you want to get into any of the deeper stuff, you're gonna have to navigate past her cats and shortcuts.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna need you to roll a intelligence and technology roll.
Okay.
And Alicia, because nope, actually, Alicia cannot assist, as my character sheet says she does not have any dots in technology.
Totally fine.
Technomancy is not a skill I took.
You know,
Is
guys, it's really good that Aster isn't there, because those cats would not be. We would not be navigating past those cats.
no, it would just be looking at every single picture of the cat that has been stored on that for the last few years. Yeah.
Mhm.
That is a total of 3 successes, and I will say that after going through, I'm primarily like looking at the most recent emails, mostly looking at her sent box,
Mhm.
and also seeing if there's any kind of drives with PDFs, but mostly looking at the network. So navigating into the actual shared network and seeing the folders there, trying to understand a little bit more about the structure of the company itself and how secure it is, and also just if there's anything particularly that catches my eye. So
Okay. A lot of the sent emails are things about like company outing to Six Flags. Please plan your tickets accordingly. If you're bringing your friends, sign them up. Company rugby.
no
It's all about.
appointment scheduling or anything like that.
There is supposed to be a visit. It was actually a visit. As Gregory Michaels was actually had departed last week and is going to be coming back in 2 weeks.
Okay.
He is a high member of PR and distribution. And he himself had her book his tickets. And he would be landing in Logan Airport in 2 weeks.
Perfect. Thank you.
Nora, do you feel a prickle in your thumbs?
No, but is there supposed to be something there?
You should be. Something wicked this way comes, and I'm gonna point at Gregory's name on the screen. The thin blood mentioned to Gregory during our call with the wizard behind the curtain.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's a
totally
little
forgot
bit.
I said that.
I get a little shiver up my spine when you say that, although not really, but metaphorically speaking, yeah. That it seems to be our best lead. 2 weeks at
Michelle?
Logan Airport.
Yes?
So, from my short observation of Isabel, I'd like to do an insight to see if I can maybe gain some insight into her organizational patterns, to see how to better like navigate her shortcuts, or where she might have put the important stuff. Like the cat in the middle
Okay.
has the most ostentatious collar. That's the favorite. So the important files are like over his forehead.
I could say for that it would be wits and insight.
Oh gosh, that's a lot of dice. I'm gonna mute while I roll because it's a lot.
Yeah, I believe you have 8 dice for this.
Holy sh!
Okay, so that's 4 regular successes, 1 critical success, and then critical success on hunger die.
That is what is called a messy critical. Now you have 2 options here. You can succeed at a cost, or you can choose to fail.
Oh, I always take the cost.
fun. As you are observing Isabel, the way that her hands move, you notice that she is much less accustomed to carrying papers and more accustomed to carrying trays and plates. You can tell that she used to be a server of some sort or a waitress. Based on the way that her eyes keep glancing over at Nora, you can tell that she's on edge about something about Nora. Something about Nora just makes her feel uncomfortable. And you are just so wondering, so curious about what's going on. You're watching the tiniest quivers of her fingers as she's on her phone. You can tell her phone's actually very new for someone obviously making an intern's wage. You can notice how her makeup doesn't seem to be quite even in some places, and you just want to know more. So you just grab her by the shoulders, spin her around to face you, and you are just, and she's just like, what are you doing? And her voice picks up, and she yells that. Someone may have heard her.
Yeah, you want to do your reaction first, or
Sure.
do I do mine?
I'm probably still looking, so do yours.
Okay, I hear that and I'm like, oh, okay, well, this has escalated quickly. And I place a hand on her shoulder and I go, oh, honey, it's not worth getting upset about. She's just very analytical. And I cloud memory.
Okay. She forgets the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. She's just like, you just forgot yourself for a minute there. It seems like you were, you might have, did your blood sugar drop? Have you eaten today? You need to eat.
Oh, no, it's fine. I'm on this new diet. Every time I feel dizzy, I eat a piece of cheese.
That's great. And I'm assuming I know her last name and everything already and stuff like that.
Yes, her last name is Marcel.
Okay.
Isabel Marcel. You actually, now that Dr. Alicia has taken a look at her, you've seen her before. Nor, you've also seen her before. She used to work at social functions that Kindred go to.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything in front of her, obviously, because I don't want to have to reuse my reuse this reset. But I'll tell her, you have my business card. You have.
Oh yeah, I do.
You know, and I forgive you for losing those forms that we sent you, but you know,
oh my goodness.
I won't.
Did
tell
I lose
Gregory.
those?
Yeah, you did.
No. Gregory will be so mad. I can't afford to get fired
I know.
again.
Yeah, so I'm not going to tell him about this, but I would appreciate you to recheck his schedule. I know you told me he's not open until he comes back from vacation.
No, he's not. But he does have an opening via Zoom. I could.
No. I love face to face. Unfortunately, is the only way that I do business right now, just because tech security is so difficult. So
I know he's the same way. He prefers the face to face. Let's see here. He gets back on the I can get you in the night after his plane. I can get you in.
the night after is great. And remind me, where did he go again? Because I know that you told me, but I just
he went over to the LA office.
the LA office.
yeah, apparently there was like some big kerfluffle over there and it was just crazy, and he had to
Oh.
fly out at the last minute. He didn't even tell his personal secretary where he was going.
I can tell. It's okay. No, it's fine. Does he
Yeah.
have any particular preferences when it comes to gifts? Like, I know that, I
Oh,
always
he-
ask if anybody's like vegan before I bring them a
What?
dinner,
Oh, what do you get the man who can have everything?
I mean, have you seen him eat anything in particular that he likes?
Oh, he hates like meal dates.
I see.
He,
Okay,
like-
not a dinner type person. All right, thank you.
No,
Appreciate-
no, he prefers a glass of wine. Get him a nice wine bottle, I guess.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, oh geez. Oh gosh, what happened to my cat pictures? What happened to my cat picture? What happened? My computer, everything's messed up now. Oh gosh darn it. Oh golly gee.
You did get out pretty quickly, and I could tell that you just sort of fell over, and we didn't know if to call. Do you need an ambulance or anything like that?
Oh no, I should be fine. I should be fine. Last time I got injured at work, bad things happened, so let's not.
Wonderful.
Doctor,
Okay.
who are you?
Garcia Marquez.
Dr. Garcia Marquez. Why don't I escort you two out? That way that you guys don't get hassled by anyone. I can get you guys on the list for that for Sunshine. I can get you guys on the list.
Thanks so much.
I'll just tell
You don't
Gregory.
have to escort us out. Get your cat pictures in order. Tell Gregory that we would, put up an appointment. You have my contact information, please. And confirm that appointment with me, please, too, as well. My assistant, Nick, is on it.
Yeah, if you don't get a call from me, you'll get a call from Toad.
When you have somebody working at your company named Toad?
Yeah, apparently it's his chosen name.
Okay. Do you have Toad's? Oh, never mind. Oh God. I'll just
I know.
ignore.
I was thrown off by it too, but he says, "Hey, when you get to choose your name, you go through a bunch of them."
Yeah.
Do you call his favorite chair the toadstool?
I'm taking that one.
Okay. Nora is. Oh God.
I'm gonna put my hand over Isabel's before we depart, and just very quietly say, "Trembling fingers more used to serving trays than paper, but you're doing great. That's why they gave you the phone." And I'll slip her my card.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Garcia. You two stay safe now. Apparently security's been complaining about crazy people.
That's our business. So, and then we go.
Oh, you too. Closing here by yourself. Be careful out there. Here there be monsters.
Okay then. So I think you guys have been pretty successful today. Between getting the card key to get into you guys have now obtained a card key to be able to get back into the building at any point. You've also obtained access to the list to get in through political means. Dr. Jackson, while you're waiting out in your car, the phone rings. But it's not your phone.
It's
the other phone. It's the damaged phone.
Connecting it to the speaker system in the SUV again. Just so I'm still hands-free and answering it.
Good evening, Dr. Jackson.
I got your fax.
Well, I was hoping you did.
Is there anything in particular you're wanting to know?
Personally or professionally?
About this job.
Simply put, they've been up to things that I don't approve of. But I can't get the evidence myself.
Are you referring to the class action lawsuits that keep getting brushed under the rug?
Too many people are getting hurt. And the people who are profiting off of this, I am not fans of.
I just want to be clear. When you say too many people are getting hurt, are you referring to the patients taking the drugs, or is there something else going on?
The patients taking the drugs.
Okay, so this
But
is a
there's-
humanitarian effort to help people?
You can say that.
Interesting.
The people who are profiting off of this are people that I don't like. And the fact that they're profiting off of something like this actually doesn't mean anything to me. They could be profiting off of bunny farms for all I care. But having a group of interesting individuals like yourself investigate this would lead to much more potent results than if I were to do it myself.
What would be your desired goal? The people who are profiting stop profiting?
That's a goal. Though taking down this corporation isn't going to be easy, but causing enough of an uprise and a stir would suit me just fine.
All right, because enough commotion and people back out of the project as a pharmaceutical. That's very different from shutting down the company. Which one is it that you want?
I want you to dig up the information and stop the release of sunshine.
Noted.
It'll cause a big enough damage to Gregory that I will be able to do what I need to do.
Is that the rival that you don't want to profit?
Exactly.
Okay. Anything else I should
five-
know? Please go ahead.
You five are assisting me in a very unique way. And I thank you for that.
Right. So you knew we would. You're holding one over on us. Why are you calling now? Is there something I need to know?
I like your van.
It's an SUV.
I don't really know much about cars. But I'm simply saying that I'm watching you.
If you think that's somehow threatening or intimidating, I am not stealthy.
No, I'm just warning you. Don't fuck it up.
Are you still there?
I am still here.
Oh, okay. That would have been a really good dramatic exit moment. I wasn't sure. All right.
No,
So
I will give you one favor. If you wish, but you will owe me in the future if you take this.
Can I get back with you on that?
Would you like to hear what I'm offering first?
Okay. What's the offer?
I can get Gregory to return from LA early.
How does that help us?
Simply put, having Gregory back in Boston to face his inevitable downfall would be so much easier than him hitching a plane from LA to go to Tijuana.
Oh, so that he can be held accountable should this go criminal.
Exactly.
I thought you just wanted the release of Sunshine to be stopped.
And here you thought I was a humanitarian.
No, that never really fit.
No, it didn't. So, I'll
It
give
sounds
you...
like if you want Gregory to be held accountable, then the favor would be to yourself to have him brought back to town, not to me. It doesn't help us in stopping the release of the drug, but it does help him in being caught, which is your goal.
I figured having a taped confession from him would have made your lives easier, but I guess if you don't want my help, can just hang up now.
Oh, that's a very different offer. Okay. All right, I'm interested. Can I get back with you?
Fine. I'll give you 1 week.
I'll see how our team does in 1 week, and then I'll let you know if we need that.
Very well. You have 1 week.
Click.
It's a much less dramatic place to exit.
Well, I was going to give you guys the chance to...
No, I'm not saying that to you, Michelle. I'm saying it out loud to the empty voice in the air.
Secretly in Malkavian now. So,
Villains.
I'm going to give the 5 of you a chance to meet up. For one last for any sort of last minute business, and then we can adjourn our game for the evening. So, do the 5 of you have any last minute business before we adjourn for today?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Sorry, I immediately want to let everyone know. Hey, I got a call from M, and he to check our progress, I guess, but more importantly, to outline that the goal is to stop the release of the drug and to get Gregory imprisoned. And they're
This Gregory asshole
Yeah.
again?
So
yes.
Nora's gonna climb into the driver's seat and be like, "Yeah, we know Gregory is part and parcel with this, but did you know that they have what is probably a ghoul running their reception, and Toad is on staff? I feel like we should probably just consider the fact that this is a front and it is Kindred run, and it's honestly a clown school compared to other operations I've seen run. This thing could be taken down in a heartbeat if we just call the right people. But I'm leaving it up to you to feel comfortable with that. But I do think that this person calling us is probably just as much of I would dare to say, a useless idiot as these people are.
Hey, I think Skylar has Jedi powers.
What?
I mean, I was a little distracted though. So these angry pills are bad, and we have to stop them. Okay.
Very different levels of information you guys are bringing to the table. Who's next?
I got a key card so that we can get back in here at any time, but we need to make sure it doesn't get wiped because the guard is going to undoubtedly report that it's stolen or it's gone.
So within the next 24 hours, probably.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Most likely. I'll turn to Nora. The corporate neonate knew you specifically.
Yeah, I mean, I get around. What can I say? I mean, has Nora heard of Gregory before, besides the in-session stuff that we've encountered?
You would have heard of him as sort of like an up-and-comer in the Ventru clan.
Ugh, God, the worst.
In that he employs several ghouls as part of his staff. He mostly recruits from like the downtrodden, and he normally makes a big deal about his like philanthropy work.
Yeah, in my estimation, he is very much on. He made it to the top of Nora's shortlist. She's like, as soon as I can find an opportunity to use this to make myself known to the clan in the terms of worrying about their security, because he is a leaky sieve. Civ, I don't know the pronunciation. She's just like, this is my enemy. I don't like this person. Even if we're in the same clan, he is not good.
So this Gregory asshole sent his patsy fucking toad after me on the day of the fucking convention that we were all framed at. Trying to figure out what my business is about.
Blue bloods dealing with the half-breeds are not a good form.
Maybe he wanted to recruit you? But somehow this M person is implicated in this and does not want the Ventru to succeed. We'll just keep it surface level here. He might even be a Ventru who doesn't want him to succeed either, like I do. But
Crabs in a bucket, the whole lot of you.
I know. Thanks.
Has anyone seen any more moths running around? They're being terribly quiet.
I have not seen another Nosferatu, but I'm assuming, unless Toad is acting as a independent agent in the situation, that we are being watched. Does anybody want to go front-facing with this with the clans? Do we want to inform them of this deviance? Or are we concerned about possibly getting ourselves killed in the process?
I shouldn't talk to other Toreador, so that's probably a no go on my end. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Don't worry. We don't expect you to talk to anybody. It's fine.
And that is a great place to end things for this evening. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the first episode of Boston by Night, a Vampire the Masquerade V5 live play. My name's Michelle Light. You can find me on Twitter at Michelle C. Light. And I'm going to give each of our lovely cast members a chance to introduce themselves one more time and say where you can find them.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. I've been Velvet, playing Dr. Alicia Garcia Marquez. You can find me on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar.
Thanks everyone for watching. Again, I'm Lee, playing Skylar Evans. You can find me at @_nobody. I put it in the chat if you're interested.
Hey, I'm Megan. I was playing Aster. You can find me on Twitter at @KawaiNot and Instagram at MurphyPopArt.
Hi, I'm Carl Jordan. I've been playing Dr. Jackson Easter. You can find me on Twitter as RPG Carl and on Twitch as Just a Carl.
Hi, my name is Nat Fox. You will know me on Twitter as Ashes for Foxes. I also host a podcast at Metamachina, METAMASHINA. Sorry, I wasn't logged on to Twitch. Thank you everybody for watching and participating.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. As a reminder, They Came from Beyond the Grave currently reached double its Kickstarter goal and still has 11 days left to fund.
Hell yeah.
So
Say
please,
that game looks really fun.
I still need to read more about it. I keep seeing the updates pop up, but
As a movie fan, I think you would really enjoy the system.
yay! So thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope that you all have a lovely rest of your evening, and remember, don't trust a kindred.